The Clarity Act just landed on the Senate calendar. The market did nothing. 160 former intelligence professionals, including directors of the NSA, the CIA, and the Defense Intelligence Agency, signed a letter of support. The single largest security apparatus endorsement of any crypto bill in American history. The market did nothing. The SEC published a 5-year strategic roadmap naming digital assets a strategic priority through 2030. And retail is still pricing XRP as if none of this is happening. I am the Calm Analyst. What I do on this channel is take the documented legal record, the institutional data, and the structural mechanics, and read them precisely, without the noise, without the emotion, without the agenda. Let me now map the 3 signals the market is systematically mispricing. And by the end of this, you will understand why the gap between perception and reality has never been wider, and why that gap is the single most reliable wealth creation mechanism in financial history. The first signal arrived not from Congress, but from the intelligence community. On April 23, 2025, 160 former military and intelligence officials, including the former directors of the NSA and the Central Intelligence Agency, submitted a formal letter to congressional leadership. Their language was not diplomatic, it was surgical. They called the lack of a clear regulatory framework for digital assets a direct national security vulnerability. They argued, in writing, on the record, that regulatory ambiguity is pushing innovation offshore to jurisdictions that do not share American security interests. This is not a letter of support for crypto. This is a letter of national security triage. And when the intelligence apparatus of the world's most powerful military says, in unified voice, that regulatory clarity for digital assets is a national security priority, the bill does not stay buried in committee. It moves. And it just did. Are you following the price action on the 1-minute chart? Or are you watching the structural machinery of the world's most powerful state aligning behind a single legislative outcome? The second signal is the SEC 5-year roadmap. The agency that spent the last 4 years litigating against the digital asset industry has now, for the first time in its history, formally classified digital assets as a strategic priority. Not as an enforcement target, not as a regulatory afterthought, as a strategic priority through 2030. The language of the roadmap matters